Hello guys, today our topic is vector geometry. In this topic we will solve different kind of problems through geometry. As we know that just like if we have a vector A and then we have a vector B, like it means both vectors are equal in direction or parallel in direction, but this sign is changed. Just like in here, if we have a vector A and we have a vector A also, but is that's a negative sign. It's mean one vector is going that direction and the second vector going opposite direction, but they are equal in length. But they are equal in length but opposite signs, opposite direction and opposite sign. So in here they will give us some vectors, and then we will define through geometry and find out the solution of the values according to the directions. There is a one question. If I write on in here, the question says that OAB is a triangle. OAB is a triangle and OA is a vector. OA direction towards is a vector A and OB is a vector B. This is a one vector, and OB is a vector B. M is the midpoint of AB. M is a midpoint of AB length. Write down the vectors. Write down the vectors. So first part says that AO vector. The second says AB vector in term of AB. AB vector in terms of A vector and B vector. The third part is asking AM in term of A and B. AM vector in term of A and B vector. And the fourth one saying OM in term of A and B. OM in terms of A and B vectors. Now in here we need to draw a triangle OAB. The triangle has been given. This is our O, this is our A, and this is our B, and the direction has been given OB and OA is given also. This is the vector A, this is the vector B, and this is the middle point is called M vector. This direction not given. So now these are all values has been given in here. So first of all, we have to find out the first value. They are asking, can you find out AO vector? As you know that OA vector is given, OA vector in given, when you change its direction, so AO, then you have to put sign negative. When you're putting sign negative, so then you can say that that thing can comes up OA vector but negative sign, so answer will be minus A vector. This is the one thing we have done. Secondly, they are asking need to find out AB vector. So in here you can see there is a no directions given, so you have to travel distance from A to B. How you can travel that distance from A to B? So in here there is a two positions, because this is not given, so we cannot do with that. So we have to change our direction, because if you are traveling like you are driving and you know the one road is closed in front of you, so there you have to use opposite road to go to the straight thing. So same as it is we will do here. So we will travel from A to O and then O to B. So actually generally we are moving from A to O, O to B to get A to B. So now we are operating in here by using that condition. So we have to write down in here the second in A to B position. So this is the second part. They are asking A to B, we have to travel it. So when we're traveling A to B, so we have to travel A to O first, then O to B second. When we're traveling that one, so A to O, you already found out A to O is minus A vector, and O to B you already know that this is vector B, so you can write down B minus A vector. This is the answer of that one. In terms of A and B, we have found the values of that vector is in terms of A and B. So secondly, they are asking you have to find out vector AM. AM, how you can find out AM? You need to find out that thing, A to M, this thing till here. As you know that this is the middle point. Middle point means a half of it, half of AB. You already found AB vector, which is B minus A vector. This is A to B vector. You already found it. If you half that vector, then you found A to M. So now in here we will find out in third part. They are saying A to M, need to find out, is equal to half of the vector of A and B. And you know half of A and B is B vector minus A vector. This is the answer. Now the third, they are asking need to find out OM vector. O to M. There is a two ways you can go to O to M. But you see in here, if you are moving from here to O to B, B to M, then you need to find out B to M. But you already found A to M and you already given O to A. So first you need to travel till here and then travel till here. So when you're finding out O to M, so you need to break it and think about it, how you can do that. O to A first travel plus second A to M travel. Then O to A is given, which is A vector plus a to m. What is the a to m? Is half of b minus that. So we can write down half of b vector minus a vector. So you can write down in here a, this is full, half of b vector minus half of a vector. So now these are the like terms. Full, take away half, so half, positive half left. Positive half left. So when you're taking common factor out, so a vector plus b vector, this is the answer. When they give like that kind of question, so you have to think about it, how you can solve, how you can play with these arrow signs, how you can convert these sign onto opposite directions and then find out which value first, which value after. So now we are going to another question. Let's see. So in here they are given OABC is a parallelogram. OABC is a parallelogram and O is given, OC is given. OA is a vector, OC is a C vector, and D is the midpoint of OB. D is a midpoint of OB. Right? You can write over here. So now we can draw a parallelogram. So parallelogram, this side equal to that side equal to that side. So this is O is given, A is given, B is given, and C is given. OC is given is C vector, OA is given is A vector, and D is the midpoint of that one. So one more thing I can tell you, because as you know that in a parallelogram two sides are equal. If they are equal in distance, so how we can find out the other sides? Just like in here, O C is C and A B is also a this direction, in the same direction is going, then also that thing is a C. if they are going on that side, OA and CB is also a vector. So we have to write down in here, when we write down solution, as you know that AOABC are the parallelogram. So OA vector is equal to CB, and which is equal to A vector. Same as it is OC vector equal to AB, and which is also equal to C vector. We have to write down in there. So now you can see that in here you got the values, but D is the midpoint. How we can find out the midpoint? But we don't know the value of D or B. So now first of all, how we can travel and find out the value? The question comes up. The first said that write down a vector OB in terms of A and C. The first one, OB in terms of A and C. OB in terms of A and C vectors. So you can see you need to travel O to B. How you can travel O to B? This is our O. We have to travel till B. There is a two condition you can go, either one side or either second side. First, you can travel from O to A and A to B. There is one thing. Secondly, you can go O to C and C to B. Any you can select. So now we can write down O to B can go O to A first plus A to B travel. So O to A value has given, which is A vector, and this A vector or A to B gonna be C vector. So either side if you select it, so you will get the same result. In here you can see that C plus A is giving you the same vector. This is done. Secondly, they are asking you need to find out AD vector. How you can find out A D vector, A till D vector, how you can find out? As you know that, so before we need to find out AD vector, we need to find out midpoint of that vector, because you know that OD, if I write down in here, OB vector, we already found it, is equal to O to D plus D to B vector. How? Because you can write down in here half of A plus C vector plus half of A plus C vector. This is our D to B. But we need to find out, they were asking, the question says that you need to find out A to D vector. How you can find out A to D? If you need to travel A to D, then you need to travel A to B and B to D. So write down A to B plus B to D. Now you can see that what is the value of D to B? Is half of A vector plus C vector. What is the value of B to D? You need to change the direction of that value. When you change the direction, the sign will be negative. Now we can put these values in here to find out our vector. So AB is a C vector minus, that is minus 1 over 2 half minus 1 over 2 half. Now you can see here C is a whole, this is a half, so that becomes half in positive. And you can write down factor, common factor, scale factor is 1 over 2, which is come out. So C vector minus A vector. This is the answer of AD. We found the AD also. There is the third part. They are asking, can you find out AC? How to find out AC? Same as it is A to B, B to C. AC vector is A to B plus B to C, and as you know that A to B is as it is B to C, or we need to go to B to C. So if you change the sign C to B, the sign will be changed. A to B is a C vector and C to B is a A vector. This is the answer of that. So now they are asking, can you find out so now you can say that what is the relation between A and C, B and C? What is the relation? They were asking, can you tell us what is the relation of part B and C? Part B and C. That's a part B, the second part and the third part. What is the relation between these two parts? So you can see that this is a half and this is a full. If you multiply that thing by here, so I will write on in here, that's AD vector. So 2 is divide, so multiply by here, so 2AD vector is equal to C vector minus A vector. So then you can say that instead of that, so that things will become AC vector is the relation between 2 times of CA is 2 times of AD. You are double that vector because when you are going from A to C, whatever you found that thing, so when you double that thing from here to here, then you will get whole values. So it's mean because that's a parallelogram, so that side also equal to that side because that's a D is the midpoint of A and C also. So now you can say that AC, if you reach to AC, is equal to 2 times of AD when you double of it. Now we are moving to another question. So let's see. Now the question say that OBC is a straight line. Straight line, and OB is equal to BC. This I draw here. O B C, that's a straight line, and OB equal to that because that side is equal to that side. So second thing they said that OA is equal to A vector, and OB is equal to B vector. So A has been also given, attraction given, B vector, A vector. So that thing is given. So now what they are asking, they are write down everything in the terms of A and B expressions for. So first thing we need to find out BC. What first thing we need to find out? BC. We need to find out BC. As you know that they said that BC is equal to OB. So BC is equal to OB. So OB is equal to B. So if this is B vector, then that is also a B vector because that going on the same direction. Second thing they said that you need to find out CO. How to find out CO? You need to find out CO. From C to going back. So CO means C to B plus B to O. And you have the value of BC. If you change the sign BC, then that will be negative, and OB is also becoming a negative, so that becomes minus B, and that becomes minus 2 of B vector. This is our CO. And thirdly, they are asking you need to find out CA. You need to find out CTA. As you know, you already found C to O, you already found, and O to A you just need to write down. So that is equal to minus 2B vector plus A vectors. You can write down A first and then this is second vector. These are the vectors. So now in here they said that the diagram has been given in here in a quadrilateral. So if the diagram is giving a quadrilateral, if I write down in here, this is a quadrilateral has been given because no side equal to anything else. So A B C D is a B C D. So A is given, B, C and D has been given. So now they said that AP and BP, AP and BP is equal to same vector. So it's mean P in here somewhere is a midpoint. So we can say that, so P is midpoint. So that vector is P and that's also a vector is P. So BQ and QC. So in here is a vector is Q, is a midpoint, so Q. So this is also a Q. BQ that direction and QC that direction going. And AS and ST. AS and SD is also a vector. So S is the midpoint in here. The direction, just keep an eye on the direction. If you know all the direction, then gonna be everything is fine. So R is the midpoint of C and D, and the direction is not given of R. So now our first part, they are asking, can you find out the values? If you can find out, and then can you write down all the answers, and let's see. First of all, we need to find out the value PQ. P to Q we need to find out. How we can find out P to Q? P to Q we need to go. We need to go this side and till here. So you can write down P to B first, then B to Q second. So we got our vector P plus vector Q. That's one thing done. Secondly, DC. D and C. We need to go to DC. DC. How we can go to DC? Because we haven't got the values of DC. So then we have to change alternative route. So first will go D to A, then A to B, then B to C. Then we will get the value of DC. So write down here D to A first plus A to B second, then B to C third. And you know that D to A means we moving that side. So we can say that D to S and S to A and then A to P, P to B, B to Q, and Q to C. When you're putting these values, so you know that this is ds, so ds, st is a negative sign, it comes minus, but in here this is positive sign comes, and this is also positive sign comes. So we can write on, that's it becoming minus 2 times s plus 2 times p plus 2 times q, and we take 2 out, so we can say that p plus q minus s vector. These are the vector of DC we find out. So this is our DC, this direction. If we need dr, this direction, then we have to half of that one if we need to find out. Let's see. So secondly, they said that we need to find out dr also. There you go. So dr, third part. dr is a half of DC. When you half of DC, you will get 2 divided by 2. You just only get P vector plus Q vector minus S vector. These are the value of dr. And then last, they said that I need to find out SR vector. S till R. S till R. This vector you need to find out from these direction. STR. So S to D and D to R. What is the value of SD? We need to find out SD value first of all. SD is S vector and DR vector is P plus Q minus S, and S will cancel, we go only P plus Q vector, and P vector is, it's mean from that middle point till here and that middle point till here, they will also equal. If that midpoint from here to here and here till here, we say that, so P and Q midpoint, because that's BP equal to that side, so that thing is equal to that thing. We can say that. What is the vector of P is, we can say that P B vector plus B to Q vector from here to here, or we can say that P to Q vector. So SR is equal to PQ vector. So I hope you like that video. Please you can do some more practice at home, and if you have any problem in these kind of questions, please write down in the comments. Thank you.